Hey there, it's Kat and this is Brews and Reviews. Today's video is a TBR video because I'm going to be taking part in the Join the Six Readathon. The Join the Six Readathon runs from the 16th until the 22nd of August. I've taken part in this readathon a couple of times before and I've really enjoyed it. I really like the variety of prompts and the fact that you can choose which member of the band that you want to be, so I'm very excited. And this time I may be being a little bit delusional. I don't know if I've done this before, probably have. If it's delusional, it's probably something that I've done. I've decided I'm going to try and do 2 band members, which means that I need to read 6 books in a week. Did I mention I have poor decision-making skills? Because I do have that. Those are things that I have. So let's have a look at the band members that I'm going to attempt to be, because attempt is probably the appropriate word in this situation. So the first member of the band that I was drawn to was drums, because I just really like the prompts. I'm not good at drums or anything. I mean, I can make anything into a drum, but that's not really a special skill, so... So the first prompt for drums is to read a book with bold colours on the cover, and for that one I'm going to try and read Stormglass by Maria V. Snyder. So this is the second trilogy in the Chronicles of Ixia series, and this follows a side character from the previous trilogy. I don't really know what it's about, except that the character in it has powers to do with glass. And I don't think I can say more than that because I think that would spoil something for previous books, and I don't really want to do that. But I have heard amazing things to do with the trash love interest in this, so I'm very intrigued to see whether I hate this guy or not. Let's find out. Anyway, as you can see, bold colours. There is a very bold blue and there is a very bold yellow flame type thing. It's bold enough for me, so I'm going with it. The next prompt is a hard-hitting book, and now I really struggled with this one because I don't want to cry. Like, I'm not in the mood to cry at books. I would like to be happy-ish, more or less. I mean, torment me with trauma characters, I guess, but I didn't want to pick a book based on the fact that it was going to make me cry. So I picked a book that I think is going to be hard-hitting in a different sense. I picked Tender is the Flesh, which is a book that I've heard, well, you either love it or you hate it, and well, it's about meat being, like, toxic or something, and then people having to eat people, and a guy that works in the people meat factory. And I feel like that's psychologically going to be hard-hitting because grim, but it's also going to be hard-hitting on a different level because I'm vegetarian and, you know, meat. Ugh. No thank you. Do not like. I mean, if you like meat, go ahead and eat your meat. I've got nothing against people that eat meat. I just personally do not like it. So yeah, it could be hard-hitting for me to have to read about the meat, but somehow it's slightly less bad because, you know, it's people rather than animals. I have a greater affection towards animals than most people, so, you know. And the final prompt for drums is to read a book with gold on the cover. And for that one, I mean, is it really any surprise to anyone that watches this channel? It's King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo, the most goldiest gold cover of all. Such gold, much gold. Wow. I haven't read it yet, which is something I've been saying I'm going to do for 2 months, 2 years, I don't know, it's been a while. It's the 3rd series set in the Grishaverse world, and I haven't read it, despite having had some spoilers. Thanks, Twitter, you suck. I mean, it's really not that hard to just not massively spoil things that happen, but the things that I know about this were large spoilers, and I'm pissed about it, so... Anyway, that aside, very excited to read this book. Finally. Now let's move on to the second band member that I would like to try and be in this week, and these will probably be the second books that I try and read. So I'll try and complete the drums prompt before I move on to the vocals. But if I do manage to complete drums, then these are the books that I'm going to be reading for vocals. I'm going to be the drummer that can sing, which is not me at all because I sound like dying cats. So the first prompt on this list is to read a book with an own voices author, and for that one I'm planning to read Failure to Communicate. That's the back of the book. Failure to Communicate by Kaya Sonderby. And this is a sci-fi book about an autistic main character, and the author is also autistic, which is great because me too. Anyway, I tried to read this book back when I was reading a bunch of autistic books in a month, and I got 37 pages into it, and I gave up because it was quite hard to read. It was very sciencey, and it took a lot of my brain power to actually read it. But I am determined this month that I would like to read this book because I did like the representation as it was. There were just a lot of people with a lot of names that were needlessly sci-fi. Lots of things beginning with X's. It's just difficult. So I'm going to try and read it this time and get over the difficulty. The next prompt for vocals is to read a book with a first person voice, and I'm going to be reading Death Masks by Jim Butcher. This is the 6th A book in the Dresden Files series, the next one that I need to read, and I have been putting this off for ages. I don't know why. I really enjoy these books. I was having a great time with them. I own them all. Why haven't I read it? Who knows? But it is told in a first-person voice, so I'm going to be reading it and I'm going to be having a good time. And the last prompt for vocals is a book that's written in verse, and I am really excited to read this one because I recently downloaded it and I have been waiting to read it. I've been holding off because I was like, this is perfect for a readathon, and this prompt came around and I just couldn't resist. So I'm going to be reading Black Flamingo. This is a book that I actually don't know very much about, apart from the fact that it's someone coming to terms with their sexuality, and I'm interested in it. I'm very excited. I mean, look at the cover, it just looks so cool, I love it. Anyway, those are the books that I'm planning to read throughout the Join the Six Readathon. Please do wish me luck. I don't know why I thought it would be a good idea to read 6 books that week. Some of them are short. Maybe I can do it. Who knows? If you're planning on taking part in the Join the Six Readathon, let me know what you're planning to read. And if you made it this far into the video and you don't have anything else to say, please leave me some sort of musical emoji. That would be great. And if you like this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!